All right, I'm back. Brisbane 09. I know you guys have been clamoring for it. I know you guys have been asking where I've been. And I took my yearly hiatus for about 9 months, like I always do, because the Bears suck. I haven't been on here since we last played the Packers back in January. Got the bullshit 7 seed playoff spot that the NFL added last season. A lot more NFL shit that I'm not happy with that they added this year as well, but we'll touch on that. Bears lost miserably to the Saints. Let's just get that over with. And a lot's happened since. Trubisky's gone. Bears traded up in the draft to get Justin Fields. Unfortunately, Justin Fields will not be starting tomorrow night because in the same offseason we signed Andy Dalton. You know, whoopee. Fucking bullshit. So this is just quick thoughts on that. I had to write everything down because we have so many no-name fucking players again, and it's a repeating cycle. This reminds me of when Ryan Pace first became our GM back in 2015, and we were in rebuild. At least then we were in rebuilding mode, so I understood the whole random players, practice squad starters who would, be on the practice squad for any other team. We're back to that. I don't care what anyone says. We're back to that, and it sucks. Could be proven wrong, but I don't see it. There was a point in time about 3 years ago where I could name every starter and backup, but now we're at it again where I don't even know half the fucking team. So, but I'll learn it just like everyone else, and we'll get there. Unfortunately, Andy Dalton is our starter. I give him 3 games. Think he'll play tomorrow night. He'll play against the Bengals and he'll play against the Browns. And I think he'll do such a shitty job that Justin Fields will come in week 4 against the Lions. And we'll all sit here and say, what the fuck took so long? It's just like Mike Glennon back in 2017, and it's just like Nick Foles last year. It's the same bullshit. As you guys can see, there's not much motivation for me to come on here. And I really do want to make videos, but shit gets busy, and just when the team doesn't give you good enough reasons to talk about them, I don't fucking care. So we're going to go over this depth chart. We're going to go over the whole depth chart here, offense and defense. I don't want to waste too much time. I just want to start it, get it done with, and we're just going to go over every position, every single fucking position. So starting at QB, Andy Dalton is our starter, Justin Fields, Nick Foles are the backups. Obviously, Dalton won't start the whole season. I think me and every other Bears fan know that. And at first I was like, yeah, Justin Fields should sit on the bench and learn. Fuck that. This is an offensive league. A guy like Justin Fields is destined to succeed in this league with the right talent and the right coaching around him. Unfortunately, I don't think he has that, but I think he's a caliber enough player to step out on his own and succeed. Just by himself, he can work his magic. Start the motherfucker. Fuck Andy Dalton, dude. Running backs, we have David Montgomery, Damian Williams, Khalil Herbert. I don't know who those other 2 fucking running backs are. Tariq Cohen, who knows what happened with him. He's hurt. He's getting surgery. This and that. It's a fucking runaround. It's so stupid. I don't care if we keep Tariq Cohen at this point. I really don't. David Montgomery had a nice breakout year last year towards the back half of the season, which was cool. I don't think he's going to have that this year, unfortunately, because our offensive line sucks. At our wide receivers, the 1 and 2 slot, looks like we have Allen Robinson and Goodwin starting. And it looks like in the slot, Darnell Mooney, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's going to be our slot receiver. I like the 3 receivers, but we lack depth in receivers. In my opinion, I think that's where the 5 tight ends come into play. And let's talk about the 5 tight ends. Cole Kmet, Jimmy Graham, Jesse James, J.P. Holtz, Jesper Horsted. 5 fucking tight ends on the roster. Stupid. Because I guarantee you next year at this time, 3 of these guys will not be on the team. I like Cole Kmet as a starter. I do like Jimmy Graham in there as a rotation. The other 3 guys, whatever. Jesper Horsted had a good preseason. J.P. Holtz was there last year here and there. Jesse James, whatever. Why do we have 5 tight ends on the fucking roster? Offensive line, left tackle, Jason Peters. We signed him because, what's his name? Tevin Jenkins, who we drafted and we knew had injury history, is hurt. So, and he had back surgery. Great. He'll never be the same as he was in college. Stupid. Not taken away from Devin Jenkins. I think the guy is a monster, and he could really get after it. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till next year, possibly, to even see that. Another Bears move, another Ryan Pace move. Like, Ryan Pace has all the opportunity in the world to draft the correct players for this team so we don't have to go through a rebuild, and so we can start winning games now. But he puts all his fucking chips in the table and it's like, oh, let's draft this guy. Well, Ryan, he's got a history of injury. He might need surgery in the offseason. Like, I don't know, it's a good idea. Yeah, well, if he does good, everyone's going to, I'll show you. That's his mentality. It's I'll show you mentality. I'll put all my chips on the table on this kid. I got all the faith in the world. He's going to come out here and play his ass off. And every single fucking time, it's backfired on Ryan Pace. I hate it. So, nothing against Tevin Jenkins, but first round pick, wasted. And for some reason, for the past 20 years, we can't draft offensive linemen to save our lives. So, Jason Peters was like we need a veteran guy who knows what he's doing. So, we're not going to get the Pro Bowl Jason Peters. We might, but I don't think so. But yeah, at least he's a veteran. At least he knows what he's doing out there. Left guard, we got Cody White here. Center, Sam Mustipher. Right tackle, Jermaine Afidi. Who the fuck is that? And that's your offensive line. And if preseason showed anything, they're trash. So get yourself a broken skull. It's not, I wouldn't call it the greatest IP in the world, but it is the funnest. And I call it the funnest because the label's fucking awesome. And it's created by your man, Stone Cold Steve Austin himself. So if you find yourself some cans, get yourself some. It's a damn good IPA. Broken skull, baby. Okay. We're going to move on to defense now. Overall, I think the offense on paper is trash. You know, if you put Justin Fields in there, we can make some things happen. It's crazy what a quarterback can do for your offense, all right? Defense, at defensive tackle, we got Akeem Hicks and Angelo Blackson, whoever the fuck that is. Nose, we got Eddie Goldman. He's coming back after the COVID year. He didn't want to play last year. Got Bilal Nichols at end. Linebackers are Khalil Mack, Alec Ogletree, Roquan Smith, and Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn is absolute garbage. He was garbage last year. He didn't do shit. I don't think he's going to do shit this year. Hopefully Alec Ogletree can add a little bit something. Khalil Mack and Roquan I think will be okay. I think our defensive line will be okay, but here's where it gets bad. Because our deep secondary, Jalen Johnson, Kendall Vildor, who the fuck, Tashawn Gibson, and Eddie Jackson. That worries me. Jalen Johnson had a good year last year, okay? But I don't know who the fuck Kendall is. I know we drafted him last year, I think. And what the fuck? Tashawn Gibson had, he was okay last year coming in and out, so him and Eddie at the safety, I don't think that's terrible, but I'm not expecting anything huge. Deion Bush is backing up Eddie. DeAndre Houston Carson's backing up Gibson. So two guys who's been on the team for a while. But, I mean, this is nowhere near the 2018 team, which fucking sucks, dude. We should have just kept Bryce Callahan and fucking Adrian Amos. I've been saying that for years. Jalen Johnson, expect him to have a good year. Robert Quinn worries. I mean, let's be real, man. Our edge rushers and our interior line, they're going to need pressure. Like, we have to get at the quarterback, or I'm worried because the secondary, I mean, at corner, we lack depth. We lack, like, age. Like, these guys are so new, which isn't bad, but at the same time, it's like nothing's guaranteed with them, whereas, like, at least with Eddie Jackson, the thing with Eddie Jackson, man, is Eddie Jackson needs, like, a good line. Like, I think he's a bit overhyped because the past 2 years he's been bad. He had such a good year in 18 and 19 and 20. He's been mediocre, dude. He's been subpar, but that's the thing. I think he needs a good team around him. I think he needs supporting cast to show what he's really got, and he hasn't had that, and it sucks. Hopefully Khalil Mack can have a good year. because he's kind of been on the slope a little bit, and I don't think people want to admit that, but I think it's true. So we got Pat O'Donnell at punter. Cairo Santos is kicking. That's fine. Khalil Herbert is kick return, and Nasimba Webster at punt return. I think we just signed him. Like, who is that guy? So I know it's supposed to be Tariq Cohen, but he's out. So overall, I think this is a 5-12 team, 6-11 overall. I don't think we're gonna win many games. Hopefully they prove me wrong, but it's not looking good, dude. And if we do go that bad this year, it's definitely rebuilding mode for the next couple of years, which sucks, dude, because we had many opportunities. But that's the team. I don't want to talk about them much because it's very depressing. Before I go over the schedule, let's talk about some of these rules that the NFL put in. Or not even rules, just things that the league has changed. So there's now 17 games in a season instead of 16. I think it's fucking stupid. And maybe I'm just selfish because people love it. Oh, an extra game of football. Yeah, it's cool. But it's like, no, like the records are all odd numbers. And it just sounds stupid. Like teams used to be 5-11. Now they're going to be 5-12. Like 13-3 is now 13-4. Like, what is that? It's all money, and it's just stupid. Like, why do we need an extra game? And you have an extra playoff seed now. Like, everything's fucking odd. There's 17 games. There's 7 playoff seeds. Just stupid, dude. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's unnecessary. It leaves every team at a disadvantage every year. Every team's going to have 8 home games, 9 away games, and then vice versa, 9 home games, 8 away games. Everything was balanced. Now we just unbalance everything, and it just doesn't add for an exciting league. I just think it's pointless and it's stupid, and we want to protect the players from injury, so let's give them another game where they can fucking kill each other and get hurt. So let's go over the schedule real quick. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to come off so miserable in this video, but you know, the Bears they've been pissing me off, and it's so hard to just sit down and just be excited. I'll be excited tomorrow night when the game starts, but right now, just seeing all this on paper, there's really nothing to jump over for. And you know, especially when you've been a fan for so long, it's frustrating. So let's go over the schedule. I'm going to go over the schedule. I'm going to give my honest opinion. Week 1 at the Rams, which is tomorrow night, Sunday Night Football. I hate Sunday Night Football games. I used to love them, but when you get older and you have kids and you have a family and you work the next morning, the last thing I want to do is watch a Sunday Night Football game with your team because it means I got to stay up late and it's just annoying. I want to watch a noon game, 12 o'clock, and have the rest of the day to do whatever the hell I want to do. So Sunday Night Football games, just not for me. Monday Night Football game's a little bit different because it's like you work all day and you look forward to your team playing at night. So it's a little bit different. Sunday you got all day to do whatever, and then you just 7 o'clock rolls around, you just kind of want to chill, and then it's just like, man, you got to get so hyped up for your team, and it'll change. If the Bears are good, then I won't give a damn. But if they suck, like, who the fuck wants to watch your team on Sunday when your team sucks? But anyways, we're playing the Rams in LA. It's their first game in their new stadium with fans. Okay, they played here last year, but this will be the very first game with fans in their new stadium, and I think that's why they put the Bears here, because the schedule makers, in my opinion, think that the Bears are an easy win for the Rams, which is, I'm picking the Rams tomorrow. As long as Andy Dalton's a starter, I think we lose, at least tomorrow. Week 2, we're at the Bengals at home. I think we win that game single-handedly, pretty easily. I think we win that game. So week 3 at the Browns, I think that's a loss, and I think that's going to be Dalton's last game as a starter. Week 4 at the Lions, let's say it's Justin Fields' first game. I think we lose. So let me write this down. So I got us a loss at the Rams, win at the Bengals, loss at the Browns, loss with the Lions. Who is it? Golf's starting for the Lions now. Golf's had our number for the past few years with the Rams. So I think he's going to have it with the Lions too, regardless who our starting QB is. It really depends on the defense too. At the Raiders, I think we're going to lose that game too. So that starts us at 1-4. Packers at home, we lose. At the Bucks, I think we're going to lose. 49ers at home. I think we'll pull that out and win. Steelers Monday night, I think we'll win that. Then we got the Ravens at home. I think we win that. So that puts us at 4-6. Lions on Thanksgiving, I think we win that game. The Cardinals at home, I think we win. Packers Sunday night, that's a loss. Vikings Monday night, I'll give us the win. Seahawks away, that's a loss. Giants at home, we win. Vikings away, we win. So I got us at 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 2-6, 3-6, 4-6, 5-6, 6-6, 6-7, 7-7, 7-8, 8-8. Okay, I got us at 9-8. I got us at 9-8. What do I think we'll go? Probably like 6-11. But I have us at 9-8 because if Justin Fields does start, I think we have a chance. Now, if all these games were pending like Dalton starting, let's say Dalton started every single game, we're going to win 4 games. He's trash. Like, he's past his prime. It's done. But this is basically going off of what I think is going to happen and how I feel these other teams are. I think the Bears have a tough schedule this year. It's not going to be easy. And for some reason, every single game is away, home, away, home, away, home, away, home. There's no 2 straight away games. There's no 2 straight home games. For some reason, the schedule makers just had to make us a home team, then an away team, then a home team and away team. I think it's dumb. But I don't know. Didn't really prepare much for this video. I know it's a day before. I promise I will make a video after every single Bears game like I did last year. I don't think I made a video after every game last year, but regardless how we do this year, regardless how bad we are, I will make a video after every single game, and I promise I won't bullshit it. I'll give my true thoughts, and I know sometimes after losses it's so hard to talk about, but I will give the effort. I appreciate every subscriber on here. I still have about 1,062 subscribers, and I appreciate all of you for watching me, taking the time when I do finally post a video. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to this kid who saw me at C2E2 last year, February. I don't know if I shouted him out. It was just kind of random because this was a year and a half ago. I think the kid's name was Noah, but he stopped me at the convention and said he watches my videos. I don't know if I shouted you out last season, but I appreciate you if you're watching this video. I will be at the Bengals game on the 19th. So if you see me, come say hi. It'll be a fun game, win or lose. It'll be the first game with fans in 2 years for the Bears, so I will be there. I'll be at the Cardinals game in December. And that might be it for me for games. I really want to go to the Giants game in January. It's going to be freezing cold, but I don't care. I haven't seen the Giants in person yet. So we'll see what happens, y'all. I don't really know. This is a weird season. This is really are we going towards rebuild or are we going towards playoff again? And the Bears were a fluke in the playoffs last year. So I'm not expecting much, but 9-8. That's the record I have us going. It's very generous. So I will see y'all tomorrow night after the game.